Welcome to Section 5, Creating Welcoming and Safe Environments. In this section, we're going to talk about why it's important to create a sport environment that is welcoming and safe, and how coaches can do this. As a coach, you have the ability to create and influence the environment for your team by setting the tone for how children will be welcomed and supported. Are you that coach that smiles and welcomes each child as they arrive? How often do you use children's names when you're talking to them? Do you take time to do check ins with your players? Whether you're a seasoned coach or just starting out, creating a welcoming and safe environment will allow children to do their best, have fun, and stay involved in sport. What is a welcoming environment? What does it look like, feel like, and sound like to a child? It's a fun space where participants of all abilities, backgrounds, beliefs, and life experiences can come and enjoy playing and participating. Research tells us that the number one reason children continue participating in sport is because it's fun. So, as a coach, try to focus on the fun factor so kids enjoy playing. Next, think about how each child is unique and look for opportunities to celebrate differences in an inclusive way and create a sense of belonging for each child because we all want to feel part of a team. I want you to think about what you're already doing to create a welcoming environment for your team. Think about how you can build on some successes and consider implementing some of the tips we're about to share. Here are some tips on how to create a welcoming environment. Introduce yourself. First impressions are everything, so introduce yourself, smile, and greet each child as they arrive. Say hello to all of the families and introduce yourself to them. Learn the names of each child. This may not be a strength of yours, but do your best to learn and use children's names as early and as often as possible. When you use a child's name, they feel special and it strengthens connection. If you have new players join, set aside time to introduce everyone so that they feel welcomed. Allow for social time before and after practice and during breaks. This will give children opportunities to get to know their peers, form friendships, and strengthen team cohesion. Some of the greatest memories a child can have from their sport experience could come from their time getting ready before a practice or game when they were talking with their friends. And finally, incorporate children's favorite games and activities. Getting to know children's interests and having them play an active role in program planning will increase engagement and investment in your team. What is a safe environment? What does it look like, feel like, and sound like to a child? It's an environment that considers and maintains the physical and emotional safety of all participants. Oftentimes, we focus more on physical safety rather than emotional safety. All children need to feel safe in order to do their best and try new things. As a coach, try to observe how children are acting and look for any signs that a child may be feeling unsafe. For example, withdrawing from the group, refusing to do certain activities, maybe they're struggling to make friends. So if you notice anything like this, your best bet is to do a check in one on one with that child to ask how they're doing and how you can best support them. I want you to think about what you're already doing to create a safe environment for your team. Building on this success, consider implementing some of the tips we're about to share. Here are some ways you can create a safe environment. Identify any risks or hazards in your playing area. For example, the field you're playing on may have a divot or uneven surface, or maybe it's rained recently and the playing area is a bit slippery. Let your players know of those ahead of time. Be proactive by thinking about the physical, cognitive, emotional, and social aspects of your activities. Some people need more time to open up and feel comfortable, so give children time to get to know each other and incorporate some team building and icebreaker activities at the start. Do frequent check ins with children and caregivers. If you notice a child's acting a bit off, ask them how they're doing and how you can best support them. Make sure to follow up with parents or caregivers to let them know what you observed and that you did a check in. You may get some information from families that provide some context to why a child may have been acting differently. Use strategic groupings to avoid potential conflict. This can be an effective strategy if you have certain cliques forming within your team that can make some players feel excluded. So instead of forming two teams to scrimmage against, Split into smaller groups of 2 or 3 people to work on different drills. Maybe ask players to work with people they may not know as well so that you can help strengthen connections and build team cohesion. And finally, determine team conduct, values, and expectations with your team at the beginning of the season and revisit these often. This will identify behaviors that are supported versus those that are not tolerated so you can support a safe and inclusive environment. Remember, as a coach, you set the tone and are responsible for creating welcoming and safe environments for your team. Part of this responsibility includes considering how to reduce opportunities of harm experienced by your players, whether that be bullying, physical aggression, or altercations. There's some great national courses geared to coaches that focus specifically on harm reduction in children's sports. Let's watch a quick video about the responsible coaching movement that was created by the Coaching Association of Canada.
The responsible coaching movement helps sport organizations in Canada ensure the health, safety, and well-being of all participants, both on and off the field of play. By inviting all coaches and sport organizations to learn and apply consistent safety principles, the responsible coaching movement ensures a safe and positive sport environment. From the coaches interacting with participants to the volunteers and staff of sport organizations and clubs, everyone has a role to play to make sure that sport can remain a fun and positive experience for all. The responsible coaching movement includes 3 distinct pillars, each serving to create a sport environment that is safe, smart, and secure. Let's dive a little deeper. A safe sport environment ensures all participants, including coaches, staff, and administrators, apply the rule of 2. This means all interactions with participants are in open, observable, and justifiable settings, and 2 responsible adults, whether a coach, parent, staff, or screen volunteer, are present. A smart sport environment ensures coaches are trained and have the confidence and skills needed to effectively manage challenging situations. Lifelong learning through numerous training modules such as Safe Sport Training, NCCP Make Ethical Decisions, and many more helps coaches expand their knowledge and awareness of important topics throughout their career. A secure sport environment is one where all coaches and sport organization leaders are screened to meet requirements to be involved in sport. Screening includes conducting comprehensive background and reference checks, interviews, and police information checks to be completed at regular intervals. By taking the Responsible Coaching Movement pledge, sport organizations across Canada demonstrate their commitment to implement these fundamental safety principles at every level of sport. Find all organizations who have taken the pledge on the Coaching Association of Canada's website. The goal of the Responsible Coaching Movement is to protect all sport participants and to create a sport culture that is safe, smart, and secure for everyone involved. It starts with the participation of your organization today. Coaches, volunteers, parents, and participants can do their part to support the movement by encouraging organizations to take the RCM pledge. Join the Responsible Coaching Movement and commit to a sport culture that is safe, smart, and secure for everyone. Take the pledge today at coach.ca/RCM.
You've now completed Section 5, Creating Welcoming and Safe Environments. Before you move on, check out the Icebreaker and Games resources, as well as some great learning and development opportunities that are listed in your workbook.